Welcome to E.P.I.C, another podcast brought to you from With Purpose. My name is Chris, and I am the owner as well as lead business strategist. Our special guest today is Sue Proctor, one of three owners of Cool Blue. Sue, how are you today?
I am so good. Thank you, Chris, for having me.
Sue, it is an honor and a blessing to have you on. I've known you for quite some time, and I can't wait for the listeners to know you a little bit like the way that I do. So on that, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself on a personal level?
Okay. All right. I grew up in a very small farming town in the Midwest. My whole goal was to graduate high school and go to work for the largest insurance company there in Illinois, State Farm, and I couldn't wait to climb the corporate ladder. Well, I worked for State Farm for 30 years before I actually retired and went full-time with Cool Blue. But during that time, I came out here to visit, and back there, of course, the winters are horrible, and I was married to my ex-husband at that point, but I was like, why am I here in the wintertime? I am so out of here. I'm going to go where it's sunny and warm. And then I kind of fell into this air conditioning thing, and I'm like, wow, what a great place, great company to be in sun country, right? So I worked there again. I'm married to Bob for 26 years. We have 4 older children, Robbie, 35, Heather, 33, Priscilla, 31, and Ashley, who's 30. But I also have another generation of kids at home. I have Samantha, who's 17, Dylan, my grandson, actually, who we adopted in 2014, who is 13. And then we have a little Corey, who is now 9 months old, that we are adopting as well. I have 11 other grandchildren in the Valley, so I will never leave the Valley because they're all here. I love animals of all kinds. My hobbies are bowling, hiking, and shopping. Shopping is the biggest and best hobby. But lately you can't shop anywhere. You can only shop online. So it's been kind of a bummer for me.
Right. What is the thing that you like to best shop for?
Clothes for kids, clothes for myself, things for the house, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Very good. So you've been now in the Valley for how long total?
37 years.
Okay. And you're not going to leave?
No, I am not leaving here. No.
Okay.
I'd rather sweat than freeze any day.
Okay. Yeah. I know a lot of people that would say the same thing. It's easy to wipe the sweat off than add on continual layers of clothing.
Yes. And still freeze to death. Yes.
Well, very good. So let me ask you this. I ask all of our listeners this. Between the 3 different areas, the 3 named things I'm going to share with you, which one would you clean first? Okay. Your room, your desk, or your car?
My car.
Okay, and why?
That to me is a personal reflection of myself, and I like to have a clean and tidy car, even with all the grandkids and the kids. And yes, I try to have a very neat and tidy car.
Okay.
My desk is always a little messy, and my room is always clean, so I don't have to clean that.
Well, messy would be based upon perspective, right?
Yes.
And with all the different things that you've got going on, I'm sure there's a reason why it might be messy according to you.
Yes.
So do you have a favorite word or phrase? And if so, why?
Yes. My new phrase, especially right now, is pivot. As you can imagine why. We've talked about this before. And being an owner of a company, you have to go in 20 different directions all the time. So you have to pivot at any given moment, depending on the task at hand. So pivot is my favorite word.
Okay, very good. It's a good word. It's a good action item to have.
It is a good verb
as well. So you just quickly mentioned again your company that you are a co-owner of, one of 3 owners, Cool Blue. Tell us a little bit about your business, as well as again, a little bit more deeper detail on how you got into it and your why. Why do you stay in it?
Okay. All right. Coolable Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning was started in 2002. My husband, Bob, worked for another plumbing company and built the air conditioning side of this company and made them $3 million in 1 year.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, why am I here? It's time for me to start my own thing. So while I worked nights at State Farm, Bob started the company. He worked for one what do you call home warranty company called American Home Shield. They're still in business. He would get the work orders, dispatch his own work orders, go out and run the calls. He and Robbie were the company at that time. Then I would do the invoicing at night or at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I woke up and the kids were coming home from school, and then I would go to work later that night. So this went on till 2004, and we grew to the point where he was like, I need you full time. I can't do this by myself anymore. So I retired from State Farm and I became the dispatcher. Then we brought on Tim as a co-owner with us, my husband and I. And so the three of us own Cool Blue. He came on board because Bob had to have shoulder surgery, and he was like, I can't run calls. I have to heal. So Tim kind of took his place at that time. We also then brought on, and I think it was 2008, we brought on electrical and solar, and that has just grown like, wow, it's just busy all the time. But I had that experience through State Farm to be, to know people, to know how to handle people. I was a team leader in a call center, and I was also a supervisor in multiple departments there. So that helped me a lot. Let's see, what else? So together, the three of us have run a successful company. We have 5 home warranty companies now, and we service mostly residential homes, but about 35% of our business is commercial. Our main location is Cactus and 91st, but we do valley-wide service. We go all the way to north to New River, south to Maricopa. We go east to Apache Junction and west to Tonopah. What else? We also have gotten into a couple of different projects for veterans and for our community, in that we actually install a unit for whoever needs it free of charge, because we're giving back to our community and we feel that it's really important to do that. We're members of Peoria and Surprise Chambers, the ROC, of course, PORA, which is Property Owners and Residents Association. I never can remember the name of that. SHOA, which is Sun City Homeowners Association. ACA, which is Air Conditioning Contractors of America. And we just won an award for 2020 Best of Peoria Air Conditioning Equipment and Sales. So we were pretty proud to win that.
Congratulations.
That was a very nice thing for us. Thank you.
So in all of this, these are all probably good reasons, maybe not at the top of the list, but great reasons that you come back to work day after day, time after time.
Yes.
Okay. So knowing you a little bit, I know that you are really about the customer. You want to make sure that the customer has a great experience living in the desert, which is here in Phoenix when we're talking about the Valley. People absolutely, it's essential that we have air conditioning.
Yes, definitely.
And just when you guys talk about that and providing an amazing service that's essential, what is it that really just separates you guys from everybody else with customer service?
We put the customer first. We are very ethical. We don't push products that people do not need. We come out and fairly assess and fairly charge for the services that we provide. We treat our customers like family, just like we treat our employees that work here. So that's pretty much why people still come back to us.
Very
and
good.
Refer us out to their neighbors and friends.
Okay, so then we're down to the referral section of this thing as well. where you get that because of your service to people when you're there over the phone, that type of thing.
Yes.
Very good. So what, Sue, in your lifetime, and not just being a business owner, but what are some valuable things that you have learned throughout your life, but especially being a business owner and maybe kind of dabbling into the whole leadership thing?
Well, let me think. As far as what I've learned about being in business,
Yeah.
wow, where do I begin? If you really care for your employees, you have to be a psychiatrist, a doctor, a nurse, a counselor, a financial planner, an event planner, and the cheerleader. Yes, the cheerleader. You have to be the cheerleader. I've learned a lot about helping our employees, and that is very important to me. We keep them happy, they stay with us, and we offer them really good benefits, but in return, we get an excellent employee for a lifetime because we're supporting them and their families as well.
So that then to me, in my terminology, I would say that you guys bring a lot of value, especially to your employees. And when your employees are happy, that's going to leave your office and go to the homes and the commercial side of things that you guys go and visit,
Yes, most
right?
definitely. Yes. They have
And
a very good attitude because they're happy to be at work. They're happy working for us. And they've worked for other companies and they know how well they have it here at Cool Blue.
that's great. And that shows, and to me, but also for the listeners and the viewers, the type of person that you are, the type of person that the other owners are,
Yes.
and the type of people that you hire.
Yes.
And that goes to the longevity, the ethical, and so you practice that ethical standard inside. So again, when they go to their service appointments, they're bringing that ethical approach with them.
Definitely. And right now, especially, they're bringing ease of mind to the customer because we are in this, virus, the coronavirus time. So they often or almost always will use the face masks, the shoe covers, and gloves, of course. Yes. So they put the customer at ease
Very
because
nice.
they're taking safety precautions for them as well as themselves.
Right. Very, very good. So what would be one thing that you know now you wish you had known before you started?
How much time you will sacrifice and how much stress you will go through because a business is not just Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. It is 24/7. And you should
So
see the white hair under this hair dye.
so Sue, let me ask a follow-up question to that then.
Yes,
Knowing, if you had known that then, would you still be where you're at today?
I certainly would be because I can pretty much still manage my time that I'm here with the company, but time I need to be away with my family as well. And I didn't have that benefit working for a corporation.
True.
So
Okay. So without, and I know you wouldn't do this, but without naming anyone else, why Cool Blue? What separates Cool Blue from other businesses in your industry?
we are a family owned and operated company. We aren't perfect. We make mistakes, but we make it right with the customer. Uh, our employees are some of the most experienced people in the Valley. They have to go for what is called a NATE certification. It is the North American Technical Excellence, and it's classes they have to take to keep up on all of the changes in our industry. And we have several, I'd say 3/4 of our technicians out in the field are NATE certified, the AC technicians. We also, again, treat our customers like family. And we are a very ethical and fair priced company. We're middle of the road. We're not the Cadillac, but we're not the, I don't know what's the lowest one you can do. We're not the smart car either. We're kind of in the middle. We're a Chevy.
Okay.
So yeah.
And for, is that the certification, is that for all of your employees or a
That's
select?
just for the HVAC technicians.
Okay.
But our dispatchers have at least 10 or more years of experience in this field. So they're very good at what they do as well.
So Sue, I know that you've talked about the AC component, and probably that's because it's, heading into the summertime here in the
Yes,
valley,
we're in
but
AC mode.
yeah, exactly. But there are other things, there are other departments under the umbrella of Cool Blue. Can you just kind of dive into that for us real quick?
Yes, we have plumbing, electrical, and solar. And solar has been in, electric and solar has been in Cool Blue umbrella since 2008. And right now, solar is a way to go. I mean, we live in sun country. Why not go solar? And we have some of the best guys that will install your solar. The installers know what to do, how to do it, and are very good at it. And our salesmen for solar know exactly how to talk to a customer on saving money or leasing the solar if that's what customers like to do. They have both.
Okay.
And we have financing.
Oh, that's always good to know.
Always good.
So you don't, and I've known you for a while. You don't call your salesmen salespeople. What do you call them?
No.
What is their title?
Comfort consultants, because
I
we want
love
the
that.
customer to be comfortable.
Love that. Comfort
Yeah.
consultants.
Yes. I don't know who came up with that, but it's a great
It
phrase.
doesn't matter. You guys are using it. That's great
Yes.
stuff. So over the course of the time of the inception of Cool Blue, you guys have really just built this up, and you've met the needs of a particular group of people in our community when you offer heating and air, electrical, plumbing, and solar,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Is there anything else that you guys can do?
No, we also we have replaced a couple of pumps on pools too, because they're actually a heat pump sort of. So we do some pools, but we're not big into the pool business because it's a whole nother animal. You need the experts at pools. So that's really pretty much what we do.
All right. All right. So, Sue, back to you on a personal level. If there was a book to be written about you, what would the title be?
Who would have thought a small time girl's rise to success? How about that one?
I like that. I like that. So, can you kind of encapsulate a summary, like if it was on the back end of the book?
How a Midwest girl became an entrepreneur of a growing business through hard work, common sense, intuition, and instincts. But I'd also thank my mom and dad for being such good examples of hardworking and dedicated people in their professions.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
They
Always
taught
got
me
to
how
give,
to work hard.
and always got to give a shout out to mom and dad.
Oh yes, definitely.
So, Sue, what's the best compliment you've ever received?
How I can always stay positive and smiling, even on those really bad days. You just put on the face and you just go forward and make the best of it.
So, okay, I'm going to do this as a follow-up question. I'm going to put you on the spot. How do you do that?
Yeah, just tuck it away and just move on. You have to, something's bothering you, you just put it in your back pocket, let it rest there for a while, move ahead and smile. Your attitude, when I walk in here and I say, good morning, everybody, how are you? I want to set that tone of we're going to have a great day and it's going to be good for everybody. That's just how I am.
And then would you say, Sue, that people will respond favorably to that?
I'd say 90% of the time, yes. 10% is when they haven't had their coffee yet. So.
And you make sure you go get them that cup of coffee,
Yes,
right?
I will make that coffee right away for them.
So as we kind of wrap this up, kind of an exit question, if you will, what are a couple things in summary that you want our listeners to know about you or Cool Blue?
If you need sales, service, or installation in the Valley, we're the company for you because we treat our customers right.
Okay. Short, simple, and to the point. So how can we find you? Facebook, website, phone number?
Facebook website, it's just under Cool Blue Inc. And our website address is coolblue.com. Had a brain cramp there. It's coolblue.com. And that's BLEW, like the wind blue, not the color blue.
Okay. And maybe I didn't get, do you have a phone number that you can share with them?
Yes. Phone number. Very important. Yes. 623-872-2900. And we have an operator 24/7. I'm saying 24/7. We have an after hours people that are actually our employees that answer our phones. And we'll get back to you or take a message and we'll follow up the next day.
Very good. Very good. Sue, it's been a pleasure to have you today on this podcast. Thank you so much. I just absolutely adore your personality.
Thank you.
And I would never
adore yours.
Well, thank you. I would never know if you're having a bad mood because of I'm sure the face that you put on at times, but
Yep.
I just really appreciate you and the amount of amazing hard work that you've put into the business that you have. So on behalf of a grateful company and a community, thank you very much for what you guys bring to this city.
Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate your time.
Not a problem, Sue. Well, again, thank you for listening to Epic, another podcast from With Purpose. I am Chris, your host and owner, as well as lead business strategist. I hope you have a great day, and whatever you say, do, or think, do it with purpose.
Thank you for listening to the Elite Professionals in Coaching podcast. If you want to stay in the forefront with business strategies and ideas, leadership conversations, tips, and empowerment, be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast, and then share with your friends and fellow business owners. For more information about With Purpose and their services, visit www.withpurposellc.com.